Hello and welcome. Today I am counting down my 10 favorite guilty pleasure films. A quick note, there may be spoilers ahead, but we're just gonna jump right in. Number 10, Snakes on a Plane. This movie's giving you exactly what you want, slithering snakes at 30,000 feet. It's campy, over the top, and completely ridiculous, but it's still a lot of fun. And it has one of the most iconic lines of the last 15 years.
I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane!
Number 9, Rock of Ages.
But a beat up six string in a secondhand store. Didn't know how to play it, but I knew for sure.
I'm a sucker for 80s rock music mashups, so Rock of Ages was gonna get me regardless. The story sucks, but the music is catchy as hell. And who wouldn't want to hear Tom Cruise butcher his way through I Wanna Know What Love Is? It's not a good movie, but it's gonna keep the toes tapping. Number 8, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Far from reaching the high standards that the franchise had set, Crystal Skull still does a good job of following the same formula while trying to be a 50s B-movie rather than a 30s serial. It may have taken some twists and turns that none of us expected, but it still is a fun and entertaining romp through the 1950s that deserves a lot more credit than people give it. Try giving it another watch and try not to hate it too much. Number 7, Godzilla. One of America's first takes on the iconic Japanese kaiju, proves to be a laughable adventure film that doesn't necessarily hit the mark. That being said, 10-year-old Sean really loved this movie, and it has now become a personal favorite of mine, if only to watch for how bad it actually is. While there are a few things that work throughout the course of the movie, most of it just is a jumbled mess, but at least it's an entertaining one.
No!
Number 6, Thanksgiving.
There's no such thing as an evil turkey. Oh wait, I lied.
I never knew I wanted a Thanksgiving-based horror film, but if you give me a schlocky B-movie that centers around a killer turkey, I'm gonna buy in immediately. Add to the fact that this turkey throws in more one-liners than Freddy Krueger, and you've got the makings of a cult classic on your hands. Thanksgiving is a must-see for horror and comedy fans alike.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker. Now that's what I call foul play.
Number 5, Surf Nazis Must Die.
But remember to always lead the blade. Goofy footers are an inferior breed. Real surfers lead with their left foot
Surf
forward.
Nazis Must Die is a movie that should have been lost to the annals of film history, but I somehow found it a few years ago and gave it a watch. It's a bad movie that's almost unwatchable, but the final 15 minutes make the entire journey worth the effort. And if you ever wanted to see a switchblade surfboard in the midst of a beachside rumble, then this is the movie for you.
Taste some of Mama's home cooking, Adolf.
Number 4, Roar.
Spirit helped us through.
Credit to my buddy Frank for introducing me to this movie, because Roar just might be one of my absolute favorites. It's a movie that has absolutely no business existing, and yet it serves as one of the most stressful watches I've ever experienced. Take a look into the history of Roar and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, but this is one of the most entertainingly dangerous movies I've ever seen.
No!
Number 3, Waterworld. Waterworld was dead on arrival after going way over budget, so a lot of critics immediately panned it just because of that fact. This is the one movie on the list that I do consider a truly good movie that just happened to be a victim of the time and circumstance. Is it a bit out there and ridiculous? Sure, but it's also the closest thing we'll ever get to Mad Max on water. That's good enough in my book.
There may be some small problem in depth perception.
Well, it better not screw up my short game.
Number 2, Jaws: The Revenge. The original Jaws is an icon of cinema, so it's very interesting that the 4th film in the franchise is just as bad as that one is good. The film focuses on Ellen Brody's psychic connection to a shark that has a personal vendetta against her family, and if that's not ridiculous enough, this shark can walk on its tail and roar like a lion. And if you needed another reason to watch, check out Michael Caine. And number 1, The Happening. M. Night Shyamalan has had a back-and-forth relationship with audiences and critics alike, but the absolute bottom of the barrel is The Happening, which I see as the greatest unintentional comedy of all time. What should have been an exciting eco-thriller turns into a laughable riot bolstered by career-worst performances from Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel. But for as bad as it is has still given me one of my absolute favorite scenes in film history.
Hello? My name is Elliot Moore. I'm just going to talk in a very positive manner, giving off good vibes. We're just here to use the bathroom, and then we're just going to leave. I hope that's okay.
Here's one more look back at the top 10 list. Thanks for watching.